You never know what's gonna happen on Superplex Party. Damn it, we're gonna get into some bullshit. You never know what's gonna happen. Them Superplex boys are stupid. They ass gonna do some shit and get everybody hemmed up. I can't. I swear to God, I can't hear you, man. I swear, I'm serious. Why you? Don't give me that look. I ain't the one that did it. I can't hear you. It's hey, I'm like mystical. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? I didn't do it. I didn't want to do it, man. I ain't the one that did it on him. Oh shit, we are having a ball tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are having a ball tonight. Um, so eventually Angry will be able to talk, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna jump out the gate with some filth, Lauren filth. I'm gonna be at least two motherfuckers before this is over with. See, like he has this look on his face, like you raggedy motherfucker. I've been a motherfucker at least twice since this began, and I really hope we're not going over like on TikTok right now because this would just be hilarious. My black ass is sitting there talking shit, and Angry can't say a damn thing. Um, Tonight we're going to talk about John Moxley's interview in the New York Post. I'm trying to figure it out, man. What are you saying? Like, hold on. Let me make sure it ain't me. My black ass is sitting there talking. Yeah, it's to you. What the fuck? What did I do? What I do, man? We're going to talk about John Moxley's interview in the New York Post about this new reset for AEW. Is it too late? Is it too late? Um, you're still talking, and I can't hear a damn thing that you're saying, man. Like, do you gotta leave out and come back in again? Have you turned it on and off? So y'all have to know Angry as long as I've known him for any of this shit to make any sense. Please tell me you didn't send this on TikTok, dude. This could be the Superplex party where I talk about some shit. Angry just makes faces the whole. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to help, man. I'm trying to help, dude. No, 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 Mr. Marco the Evil. No, no, no. People often people often mistake Angry for me, and I'm often mistaken for Angry. It's happened a lot. You know, he kind of stole my hairstyle. Like it's some bullshit. Like the first time I met him, he ain't had no hair on his head, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck, man? How you ain't got no hair on your head, dude?" I swear for God, I can't hear you, man. Oh shit! I got him in. You know what it was? You really want? Oh, I swear to God, you want to know what it was? No bullshit. I forgot to hit this button. This whole time I'm over here talking shit to him, and this motherfucker's like, "Motherfucker, I can hear you." It's like, can't hear you back though. And it turns out it's all my fault. Hey, that's me, y'all. That's me. That's me. My man, can we get to talking to wrestling or not, man? Damn. Hey man, I gotta give you shit every week, man. I gotta give you shit every week, man. Because if I don't, it's like you'll think I don't love you. You know what I mean? So I gotta do this. Every week, man, I gotta do it. But so So John Moxley went and got on. He went to the New York Post and just like he dropped a planet on all the whole fucking like he dropped a planet on the entire AEW roster. Let me get this thing. I was like, really, really, Mox is tell everybody how you really feel. Mox, it's like John Moxley unplugged. All right, so what did Mr. Moxley say? Uh, Jonathan Good. What did Mr. Good? You did it again, man. Why are you muted? This time it ain't me. That ain't me. That's you this time. I don't know the fuck. Oh, there you are. There you are. Yeah, I can hear you now. You was bleeping out. All right. So this is it ain't my fault, man. What I tell you, I'm like mystical. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? So Jonathan Good, aka John Moxley, went to the New York Post November 11th. And yeah, he said yes. John Moxley unplugged on the hard reset in AEW, most ambitious things I've ever attempted. So apparently AEW's been on a hard reset. So Moxley's I'm glad that they finally clarified the name and called these people the fucking Death Riders because the White Boy Combat Club was not it wasn't clicking like the fuck I wanted to. I was like, if you're gonna be the White Boy Combat Club, then goddamn it, I need to I need to see some. Yes, the Swole Meat Combat. The Saints they Swole Meat Combat Club. Yeah. BBC. Did you just did you refer to them as the British Broadcasting Company, or did you refer to them as people like cock? I'm just saying, help me understand. Uh, Cack, the Cack. So they finally named themselves the fucking Death Riders. No, they call themselves the Death Riders, but they will be referred to on this show on Superplex Party forever as the fucking Death Riders. Like I don't care. Hold on, Mr. Marco the Evil said I'm writing a story about Saints Swole Meat as we speak. Saint Swole Meat is gonna follow me to my grave. His legend, people will be whispering about the legendary. Saint Swole Meat is gonna be like the new. He's gonna be like Spencer for hire. He solves crimes and lays pipe. Oh my God, he's gonna look like Hawk. Ah, Swole Meat. Ah. All the cops in the neighborhood are gonna hate him. I better not ever see you on another one of my damn crime scenes, Swole Meat. That's it, Swole Meat. I hate you, but you're so hot. He's a sex symbol. Never seen a man more. I've never seen a man more attractive in my fucking life. I've never seen a man more attractive in my fucking life. I hate Swole Meat because of his actions, but damn it, that man is sexy. All, all the women, all the women criminals, like all the women villains in the Saint Swole Meat fucking TV show. If I didn't want to sleep with you, I would kill you, Mister Swole Meat. Well, why don't you try to do both? Fucking swole. I'm serious, man. Listen, there and if I'm telling you right now, I'm telling y'all right now, this is what's gonna fuck around and happen. I invent Saint Swole Me, right? Some jackass who is a writer is going to like completely turn him into a white guy named Sebastian Swole member, and he's gonna put out a series of books, and it's gonna be called Sebastian Swole member from like Iceland, and I'm gonna fuck around and sue him because I'm like motherfucker, that Saint Swole Me. The fuck is wrong with you? If you don't stop Sebastian Swole, you get the fuck out of here. Okay, so until we get all right, so John Moxley goes to the New York Post and he talks about it hard reset. Basically he says, where is it? Where is it? John Moxley calls it day zero. That day, he walked back into All Elite Wrestling for Dynamite on August 28th in Champaign, Illinois. After a 2-month hiatus to rehab a hip injury he has been wrestling with that made it difficult to walk. Because John Moxley's a real man. For him, that day began what he called a quote hard reset and a complete restart of the 5-year-old company. So Moxley walks in and said, "Fuck it, everybody. Hey, I like what y'all was doing, but bitch, we resetting." That's crazy as shit. Um, his new AEW is 2 months old. Everything that's happened up until this point doesn't matter. Wow. That's the first part that got me. That's the first fucking part that got me. Cause what do we have happen over the past before this reset? You know, Black Champion, CM Punk. And a Black Champion. He had an MJF World Championship. What the fuck? That's what I'm trying to figure out, man. What the fuck? So literally Moxley came in and said, "Hey guys, for 5 years you I've been grinding, getting 35,000 5-star matches from Dave Meltzer's sniffing ass. But guess what? That don't mean a motherfucking thing. Cause today is the new what the fuck, dog. If he'd have rolled up on me and said that shit, I'd have punched. You really ain't. You, you ain't. No, you're not. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy, fella. You're not that fella guy. I mean, fella, pal. You're not that. Like the fuck. He says, he goes on and says, "This is day zero. We begin from here, and it might not look like much different right now, but it will. And things are accomplished in small incremental steps, doing little things consistently, and that's how big changes are made over periods of time." He then goes on to say, "My quote, my goals going forward are probably the most ambitious things I've ever attempted," Moxley said. Are and you know, logically on paper, one would say that they would probably be impossible, but we're going to do it. We're going to accomplish those things. That night in Champaign, he told interview and play-by-play man Tony Schiavone in the ring that, quote, "This is not your company anymore." On screen, that means Moxley's new, ever rougher, even rougher around the edges character and his new Death Riders faction of Claudio Castagnoli, Pac, Willer Yuta, and Marina Shafir. I'm sorry, that's not a setup that gives me any fear. Like Claudio scares the ever loving fuck out of me. Okay, Pac, he just looks like he's built to fuck you up. Marina Shafir looks like she breaks arms for fun. I would whoop, dude. Willer Yuta would get his ass whooped over a pack of ramen noodles. Come on, son. Beat the shit out of you.
Pac is just built like a very. He reminds me of a British Easy E. He really does. He really the fuck does. Marina Shafir is a scary motherfucker. Hey, that's Roderick Strong wife. God, Roderick ain't as scary as she is. She's scary than a motherfucker. But then you get to Wheeler Yuta. Hold on, wait. Let's go through the all five of them. Uh, Looks like Michael Bolton from Office Space with a beard. The fuck? This rough around the edge. Think about it. John Moxley, Mr. Death Rider himself, Claudio Castagnoli, the French, what do they call him? The Swiss Superman. Pac, who looks like, yeah, the Pac just looks like the demon himself. Marina Shafir, Miss Armbreaker herself, and Wheeler Yuta. The fuck? Wheeler Wheeler Yuta looks like a hacker. He's the guy in the show that never gets he never gets a weapon, but he damn sure can fuck. He's like, okay, guy, get there and hack the computer, motherfucker. Like, he'll fuck your life up, boy. He will mess up he will have your credit score in the toilet in 15 minutes. With one keystroke, motherfucker. This is my power. I don't need a weapon. I just need a keyboard. Dun, 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 keyboard warrior. Like the fuck? Rough around the edge. Yeah, all he needs is a phone in 10 minutes. Yeah, phone, Wi-Fi in 10 minutes. He could fuck dog. He could fuck your life up from a Starbucks. He could fuck your life up from a Starbucks. Anybody that can fuck up your life from a Starbucks is not tough to me. Dog, because if I find out you fucked my life up at a Starbucks, I'm gonna beat your ass in the car in the parking lot of that same Star. It is not looking to the fuck. Yeah. Can, can I get another chai latte with soy milk and a little bit of foam, please? Meanwhile, you over here going, what do you mean my credit cards are all fucked up? My credit cards are maxed out. I just got them. Now one, just one, just one pump, not two, just one pump. But he's like, okay, so he says, are trying to forcibly hold the company hostage until someone can step up and take it back from them. And we're gonna get into that because with the rise of John Moxley's Death Rider crew, including Hacker Wheeler Yuta, um, the Elite are done. Fuck that story. It's like, oh, remember when we was taking over? Yeah, cool times, wasn't it? For a few minutes. So it, they out. Yeah, they're done. They're done. I listen. If the Bucks ever make it to WWE, I hope their first opponents are the authors of fucking pain. I pray. If if Rao is shining his light on me and the Bucks finally get their ass to the WWE, I hope their very first opponents on night one are the motherfucking authors of pain. I don't want any other tag team. There's no other tag team on that roster that I want them to meet first. Oh shit. God damn. Just green. I want them big and green. Like I always look at the authors of pain like, you know how remember how the Road Warriors were like controlled destruction? They come in, beat the shit out of you, doomsday device, and leave. It looks like the authors of pain are uncontrolled destruction. Like they are one we missed one move away from putting your ass in the draws category. Like they're gonna send your ass home. They're gonna send your ass home vertically. No, horizontally. You're done. Every time I see this is what I'm saying. Every time I see them, every time I see them do their super collider, I'm just waiting for one of them to miss and just toss the motherfucker right over the top of the ropes. Like I I don't dream much. I'm old. I don't dream much, but I tell you, if I could get a chance to watch one of the motherfuckers miss and throw somebody, I just want to see it. I just and then I want them to yeah, and then I want them to make the face that Randy Orton made when he threw oh boy over the table and like he missed the table completely and just tossed his ass in the air and threw him on and Randy had that face like "Ew." I want to see that. There's very few things in life I want. Very few things. Because I'm older. I will never get a naked picture of Judy Dench. It's never gonna happen. I know this. Never gonna be able to stand in a room with Henry Cavill and be more attractive. I understand these things. It's perfectly okay. But if I could just once, watch the authors of pain fuck somebody up accidentally. Like, remember accidentally. Remember when their finishing maneuver was called the last chapter? That was basically a fucking Russian leg sweep with a clothesline. I so wanted to see them miss something. Like them didn't have their arm in the right position, and they just knock somebody's ass smooth the fuck off. Like their head is in the fifth row of the goddamn front. Yes, 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 yes. Listen, I want to see them bring back the Beverly Brothers finishing maneuver. I do. That would be the night that they practice it. It's the new move. They 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 call it closing the book, and they do it on one of the 10 bucks. If they accidentally did the old Beverly Brothers finishing maneuver on one of the bucks by accident and just slammed his ass face first into the ground. Just, you ain't even got to pin them. They they the floor. They done went through the ring. Ass went through the ring. Dude, I don't ask for much. I don't. And yes, Judy Dench from M from the 007 movies. Yes. A naked picture from Judy Dench. I don't ask for much. I don't. She, I don't. I don't ask for much. And if y'all ask me why I want a picture of Judy Dench, then your business. What I do in the privacy of my home is my business. Mind your own. Don't ask. Don't ask. So you really don't want to know. Don't these there are questions in life that if you ever got the answer, you'd wish you didn't. I'm just saying. No, not dark. No, Last Phoenix. No. I'm talking about give me Judy Dench from 10 years ago. Give me a nude picture of Judy Dench from 10 years ago. Mind you, she's 90. No, not yesterday. Like, no. I'm talking about she's 90. Okay. She's like in her 90s now. Give her 10 years. That means she was in her 80s. I would have taken a naked Dench. And what I do in my house is my goddamn what I do. Oh, no, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. Mm-mm. Hell no. Nope. No. Baby reindeer got me once. It'll never get me again. The baby reindeer. Listen, for all you people that loved y'all some baby reindeer because the dude's got an Emmy nomination or he got an award or whatever, and the woman got an award, great, fantastic. Listen, the only way you're gonna get me to watch that shit again is if it's a torture technique. You, I will watch all the episodes of Baby Reindeer if I'm tied up like Malcolm McDowell from Clockwork Orange. I'm not doing it. Y'all kiss my ass. It's not happening. That shit had me. I was getting up in the middle of the night going, listen, that means I love people. That shit had me. That shit had me. My heart hurting. I was like, what am I supposed to feel with this? I don't even like where I'm at right now. What part of the world did I find myself in that I'm supposed to watch this shit and feel sympathetic to anybody in this motherfucker? I didn't even like the cops. What the what? I would fuck everybody in that shit. Like, that shit. Listen, that shit. Listen, I'm just saying. Exactly. See, Dark Jens understands. She's beautiful beyond measure. Come on now. Just saying. Just saying. All right, so don't want to know that. I know. Here, this is where this story kind of pissed me off a little bit. During the lead up to the match where he beat Brian Danielson, Moxley in storyline tried to suffocate Danielson by putting a plastic bag over his head. And Yuta did the same thing during the post match attack of the American Dragon at Wrestle Dream, which drew some fans' criticism. Here's where it pissed me the fuck off, right? The whole presentation has been jarringly different and grittier than what fans might be used to in AEW. Are you out of your rabbit ass fucking mind? We watched a man drink another man's blood on pay-per-view. It was myself, Angry, and our late friend Tony. Tony had to leave. Okay, that match made all three of us sick. We, but that's gritty. Putting a bag over somebody's fucking head. These people talking about. Wasn't that on the same pay-per-view that the same man that was drinking the other man's blood stuck a needle in his tongue, knocked him out, and like fucking how did he end that match? Like some sort of clothes or some shit? The fuck? The whole presentation has been jarringly different and grittier than what fans might be used to in AEW. Listen, AEW has basically presented us Frank Miller's version of wrestling. Frank Miller now, right now, the guy that wrote The Dark Knight Returns. Imagine his version of wrestling. That's what the fuck AEW is giving us for 5 goddamn years. Them trying to suffocate Danielson with a fucking bag was not gritty, bitch. That was just over the motherfucking top. At that point, we was like, okay, just kill him. Could you just shoot him? Just fucking shoot him. Just fucking shoot him. You can't get listen. You can't get any more gritty. You can't get any more gritty without having the OnlyFans. I'm sorry. You can't get any more gritty than what AEW's already done. Unless you have an OnlyFans subscription, AEW's on some bullshit. Like, come on, man. Like, like CM Punk brought back blood and he bled and Drew McIntyre bled and everybody was like, oh my God, blood's back. Cody's bled, The Rock, Cody's blood on his chest, and we were like, wow, WWE's bringing blood back. AEW's like, bitch, watch my hold my beer. John Moxley used to bleed, open up a bag of potato chips. The fuck are they talking about? Literally, he would start bleeding at the gate. He would come in the building going, hey, gotta drive fast and park this car. I'm about to bleed. Motherfucker. The fuck? The fuck? I know, I know, I know Renee Paquette is like, If you bleed one more fucking time on my fucking sheet, you sorry son of a bitch. How much more gritty could they get? Again, again, John. John, I went in the bathroom. How did you get out of the shower bleeding? How is that possible? But this putting a bag over Danielson's head was gritty. Get the fuck. Isn't this the same company that Darby Allin took a dive off of a ladder on some glass? Glass. They have a guy that wants to end it all, but is too coward to do it the old-fashioned way. So he jumps off of shit on the other shit. The fuck are they talking about gritty?
It was so gritty. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it was gritty.
The fuck? It's a trust fall. Do you love me? Hey, ladies and gentlemen that are listening and watching, when you go to couples therapy, they will make you do a trust fall. Now imagine a trust fall from 15 feet up in the air. That's all Darby Allin's finishing maneuvers. And then they call it, it's not the trust fall, it's not the dangerous Darby. No, it's called the coin drop. But John Moxley choking out Brian Danielson with a bag was the bringing this jarring grittiness. No, basically saying, all right, come on, man. Enough is the fucking enough. The fuck are you people doing? That and again, it wasn't even the grittiest shit that happened on that show that night. Because fucking Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland said, like, that the best you got? Like, wait a minute, that's the best you got? Oh, you gonna put a bag over his head? Oh, you motherfuckers might not want to stay here. What we got to do? We what? Hold on, because I think hold on. Didn't it go? Didn't that match go on? Yeah, didn't that match go on after Danielson Moxley? It did, didn't it? Yes, it was the it was the fucking main event it got. It was the co-main event of the fucking night. So I know Danielson's being wheeled back and Moxley's back with the belt. And I know them motherfuckers were sitting there going, man, we really tore it down there. And I know fucking Hangman Page and John Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland motherfuckers like, that's cute. Oh, I might want to leave. What we about to do in this fucking ring, this is no longer wrestling. We just gonna fuck each other up. Just go home. Go home. And this is after. Yeah. How do we go better? Oh, I know. I I got one. Let me go in and oh no, I know how that match ended. He fucking stuck a syringe in his mouth and then fucking mollywopped him with a chair to the head.
It's so gritty. Gritty, gritty, gritty.
Oh fuck. It, it yeah, at that point it was just like, come on, dog. Yeah. He's like, no, no, he's not out. He's not out till I say he's out. And what did he make sure he was out of? Fucking excuses to watch this show. He made sure that motherfucker was out of he was out of the line. He was out of the line for donuts. He was out of the line for the COVID shots. What are they talking about? But let me go ahead. Let me continue. It's like behind the scenes for Moxley, the restart and his storyline are a chance to bring up as much of the other talent around him to build something even more sustainable for the company moving forward. He wants AEW to be a place, quote, not just about putting on great wrestling shows, but that makes great people. Hi, we fucking said this 2 years ago. We I want all of you AEW apologists to come to us and apologize to us, because is this not what the fuck we've been saying about this company for 2 fucking years? They great matches, but I couldn't possibly tell you who the fuck was in it and why should I fucking care? I know Dave is gonna bend over and start yanking galaxies out of his ass so he could just throw all the stars at it, but it don't mean shit. Great matches that don't mean a motherfucking thing until like literally they're over the next week. They're over the next fucking. Yes, their storylines are a pack of ass. Nobody gives up. Yeah, like you had Swerve Strickland and fucking Hangman Page literally going out there and doing some of the most outlandish shit I've ever seen in anything that even resembles a ring. Boxing rings. I thought Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield's ear in a ring was outrageous, and they said, "Oh, you ain't seen shit yet. Let me get this motherfucker bleeding so I can drink his blood." But this is something else. So, quote. Now, this is Moxley. He said he noted, for instance, earlier this year when a backstage person said something that stunned him and he felt talent was not put in position to succeed due to lack of preparation, framework, and direction. Storyline. I'm sorry. That sounded like storyline. You misspelled storyline there, John. He said that, Moxley said, was just a, quote, grain of salt of the issue he's seen. Quote, this individual said, well, it's the bottom of the card. It doesn't matter. It's the bottom of the card. It doesn't matter, Moxley said. Can you imagine, quote, can you imagine saying that? Like, you're fucking fired. Yeah, you're fucking fired. Go work at Sunglass Hut. You should be fucking pistol whipped for saying that. Now, he goes on to say, quote, everybody that's on top at one time was on the bottom. That's how it works. You climb the ladder. You see a lot of frustration and confusion from some of these talents because there's no fucking ladder. They don't know what to do. They're kind of just wandering in the desert. We're going to grab them by the shoulder and we're going to walk them. All of that's great, but you ain't walking the one motherfucker that won't even give up the goddamn book, and that is your boss, John. John. Mm-hmm. And give it to the guy that's had it 3 times beforehand. Like, here's the problem. Going into that, and we said this when it happened, going into that match between Swerve and Danielson, that it made absolutely no sense for Danielson to win that match. We said that. And the reason we said that is because he was done with active wrestling. So let him be done. That should have been his one match out. Like, yes. So why not? Yes. The best time for Danielson to have won the AEW World Title was right after John Moxley got it when CM Punk was released. Right after that, that would have been the absolute perfect fucking time because they were teammates in the BCC. They could have had a hell of a match. Moxley could have put Danielson over, give Danielson that run until it's time for somebody else. Because if I'm not mistaken, Moxley was beaten by fucking MJF. Wasn't he? Was he not? So it would have been perfectly logical. Moxley could have put over Danielson. Danielson and MJF could have had a fantastic 1 hour match, put him over, and that since they're gonna drop the shit any fucking way, put it, Danielson puts over MJF. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. He was getting stale. He was getting stale. Yeah. And Brian had finally given Kenny Omega and made Kenny Omega actually wrestle a fucking match and not do all that super duper ultra mega flippy flop shit, which is when Kenny Omega kind of realized, hey yo, all this flippy flop shit is great, but my nuts hurt, my stomach's fucked up, and Brian Danielson is older than me, and he's out here giving out clinics. Because Brian Danielson, I don't think Brian Danielson had a bad match in AEW, right? So he was hotter than fish grease right after beating Kenny. Put the fucking belt on him. Hangman would have absolutely have done the job for Brian Danielson. He would have. Easy. You know, and then you wouldn't even have had the tension between Hangman and CM Punk because Danielson's the one holding the strap. And then we get a match we have been begging to see: CM Punk versus Brian Danielson. They got in the Ring of Honor. I mean, fucking Tony's always about doing stupid shit that was done 15 years ago. Put that shit on. Like he just this past week he did a match between Malachi Black and Adam Cole. Now the AEW match was great. Don't get me wrong, but the best match them two had was that fucking no DQ match in NXT. That fucking listen, that goddamn when Adam Cole put them chairs together and suplexed the dog shit out of fucking Malachi Black and had his ass flopping the front around. I was like, yo, Malachi is fucked up. Malachi really hurts. And he was Alistair at the time. I was like, yo, Alistair Black is fucked up right now. That shit looked like it really, really hurt. And he still ended up walking away winning. So if you can recreate that again, why the fuck couldn't you recreate Brian Danielson versus CM Punk? Again, it's a tale of feast or famine when it comes to fucking AEW. It is. And it's not nobody is saying that because we hate AEW. We're saying that because AEW could be better than what it is, but its biggest hindrance is also the motherfucker that signs checks. Like you can't see the writing on the wall, dude. Like Swerve should have won that belt when it was Samoa Joe, Hangman Page, and Swerve. That was Swerve was the hottest fucking thing on that damn roster. Hottest. The hottest motherfucking thing on that roster. He put him into a three-way, Samoa Joe and Hangman Page, and he loses? The fuck is that? Mm-hmm. He should have won. But like it's funny as fuck that um Tony Khan reminds me of that dude on that Geico commercial with the fishing hook. Ooh, you almost got it. You gotta be quicker. That's Tony Khan. Gotta be lasting a little bit faster than that. Like timing is up here with good storylines, and Tony Khan keeps missing them. And the motherfucker, oh, you gotta be quicker. You gotta be quicker than that. Like, dude, read the fucking room if you don't do nothing else. So for Moxley to be talking about this, no, yes, it listen, and the New York Post was blowing smoke up his ass with this one. elements of his current story, especially with Danielson, have been compared by fans. I don't know what fucking fans these are. Whoever they are, please go get your eyes checked or get LASIK because you're out of your rabbit ass mind. Has been compared by fans to Terry Funk turning heel on Ric Flair in 1981 for Jim Crockett Promotions in one of the most successful stories of that era. You are smoking rock. You are smoking jumbo. That is the biggest load of bullshit I ever saw or heard in my fucking life. I'm sorry. Y'all got to stop doing this. Wrestling fans have got to fucking stop doing this. Okay. There is no such thing as a new idea in wrestling. Okay. There isn't. Authority figures, been done before. Uh, faces turning heel, been done before. Some of the shit that has been done before was done a hell of a lot better than what's being done today. Sorry, I know y'all hate that, but it's true. Okay. The Bloodline is a fantastic storyline, but goddamn it, so was the Four Horsemen. The formation of the fucking Four Horsemen will never be fucking forgotten. I don't give a shit who you are. When that first time that Arn Anderson came out and talked about Revelations in the Four Horsemen, that was the end of the conversation. I know y'all love the Bloodline. Just like I know y'all loved NWO. Just like I know y'all love DX. Just like I know y'all love the corporate ministry, whatever the fuck. Nothing is going to beat the promo that Arn Anderson put out that was the beginning of the fucking Evolution has done it. Thank you, Chaos King. Evolution has done it. There is no such thing as a new idea in wrestling. None. Faces turning heels has happened before. Y'all have got to stop comparing your 15 minutes of wrestling knowledge to over 90 years of wrestling fucking history. That storyline that they're talking about, the heel turn that Terry Funk did on fucking Ric Flair was so good because it was unexpected. Terry Funk was talking about retiring. And Ric Flair was out there and he was like, "Hey, Rick, come on, Rick, just give me one title shot, Rick." And Rick is like, "Terry, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it." And Terry took it. Terry was in a fucking tuxedo. It was like a Starcade or something. He was in a fucking tuxedo. He turned around and busted goddamn Ric Flair in the motherfucking head, and nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw it coming because Terry Funk had been a commentator the whole time. Yes, got it. And the fucking and Jim Crockett got in fucking trouble for that shit. Like it ain't like y'all today when y'all send a very strongly worded email or y'all can go on social media that was ass. No, these TBS was getting phone calls like, "Hey, did I just see a man try to kill another motherfucking man with that bullshit?" Henry, this is when you had to send snail mail in. Can you imagine sitting your ass down uh, uh with a pen and paper? Uh, over Ric Flair's head. My child was watching and they saw that and they were traumatized. This was not, listen, and this is snail mail. No, the first time he turned heel on him was 81. Because I remember it because, the plastic bag was like 86, 85, 86, 85, 86, something like that. And that's when they got it. When I tell you the switchboard was lit up, the motherfucking snail mail was coming in bags, not a bag, bags. And fucking Ted Turner's ass was really like, "What the fuck is going on the fuck over there? Why am we getting so much bullshit?" And then he watches and is like, "Yeah, don't do that again." Do y'all understand? Dusty Rhodes got fired from Crockett Promotions because he did a storyline with the Road Warriors where they turned heel and they stabbed Dusty Rhodes in the face with a spike, and he was bleeding all over the goddamn place. They told him not to do that. He was the booker at the time, and they said, "Hey, we know you're gonna turn the Road Warriors heel. That's perfectly fine. Don't take your stupid ass out there and get any blood." And Dusty's like, don't worry about it, baby. Baby, it's not going to get no blood. I promise. It's not going to be in the blood, baby. It's the regular heel time. We professional wrestlers. They're not going to do that. And sure enough, the Road Warriors, the first fucking thing is they pulled the spike off and stabbed that man in the face. Had Dusty Rhodes out there in a goddamn pair of jeans and a nice white shirt that was bloody than a motherfucker. Or when Paulie Dangerously, or who you guys know as Paul Heyman, accidentally busted open Jim Cornette's head with a fucking telephone. He had one of them big ass them bricks. Them fucking things was your your phone. Listen, it was not unusual to see men with purses, and those purses had phones in them. Okay, nobody said shit about it because the only motherfuckers could afford them was doctors, hedge fund managers, and drug dealers. So them three motherfuckers, two people get you arrested, one will blow your head off right then and there. So Paulie Dangerously, they were supposed to get a little blood, a little. He missed and hit Jim Cornette square in the fucking forehead and had his shit pouring, pouring. So the fact that y'all think, oh, well, this is reminding me of Terry Funk and Ric Flair. The fuck it does. No, it doesn't. It reminds you of fucking Brian Danielson and goddamn John Moxley. Y'all got to stop that shit. Y'all have got to stop that shit. I'm telling you, ask any old wrestling promoter, any old wrestling booker, any old wrestling fan. There is no such thing as a new idea in wrestling. It is rehashed shit, and it's been rehashed long before some of you motherfuckers even came into the scene. AEW's not doing anything different than what's been done in FCW. It's not doing any revolutionary shit that hasn't been done in AAA, in WWE or WWF. Excuse me. It's y'all ain't. They got to stop that, man. No. Yep. And wrestle each other. Yep. Not new. Some of y'all don't remember the fucking fucking goddamn but fucking Booker T wrestled his own brother Stevie Ray. Okay? The Steiners have wrestled each other. Ain't new. The fuck? There's nothing. It, some of y'all are just now hip to war games because WWE brought them back. And in AEW, they're called Blood and Guts. They were called war games in fucking Crockett Promotions in WCW because they were actual. And this was the Blood and Guts is nothing like the war games except for the cage has a roof. Or yeah, it has a roof. Uh um War games in WWE is nothing like the war games from WCW because the rings don't have a roof. They use chain link fence. It's all the same, but the war games that happened back then, each wrestler didn't get a fucking entrance song. No, you got your monkey ass in the motherfucking ring. The rules, the rules that WWE are following when it comes to war games are the rules of war games. The match does not start till all five participants are in, but there has to be five. There's never been a four-man war games. Okay. The last person in, that's when the match starts and it goes for pinfall, submission, what have you. Blood and Guts, on the other hand, yes, it has the roof on the cage, but what it also has is a bunch of bullshit. The entire point of putting them in a cage is that you didn't get other shit in there. You couldn't bring in a baseball bat, a bed of nails, a fucking bike, a Cuisinart, a cinder block. What the fuck is that? That ain't. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Broken glass, hammers. The fuck is that's not war games. It's a gang fight. It's a gang fight. Yes, that was the whole point. Nope. And you couldn't leave the fucking ring. War games, the two blood and guts that I've actually sat through have both ended with a motherfucker outside the goddamn ring. That's not that ain't what the fuck negates the ring. Like you got a cage with a door and a roof. Bitch, you ain't supposed to go anywhere. What's the point? Why even have it if you can leave? It's if you notice, nobody leaves a war games in WWE. Now, again, they ain't got no roof. And one of the most infamous roof problems was when the fucking World Warriors gave James J. Dillon the goddamn doomsday device, and the roof was too low. Separated that man's whole fucking shoulder. He still has fucking shoulder problems to this very day. But again, there is nothing new in wrestling. It's just rehashed. And for people to say this reminds, and Dave Meltzer does it. We're gonna talk about Dave. Let's get off of this Moxley shit. We have got to talk about Dave. Fuck you want to do the honors? Tell him how fucked up Dave's been this week. Dave has been on some. Dave has been on some. He's been on some bullshit. Let me start with the Dutchman. I'm gonna start with the okay. So I'll start with the Dutch Mantel. All right. So as everybody who is in wrestling knows, Dutch Mantel, longtime wrestler, longtime wrestling manager, uh, commentator. He is going through some financial hardship with health issues. He is in the hospital. His wife is also in the hospital. Well, not in the hospital, but she also has yeah. But she's also got medical issues, real bad medical issues. And people within the wrestling community showed love because Dutch Mantel is a legend in wrestling. Do not let that mustache fool you. Dutch Mantel was that motherfucker. Okay, Dutch was the shit in the ring. He was also the shit as a booker and a manager. All right, so people, like I said, people showed love. They donated money. Chris Jericho donated money. Tony Khan donated money. I forgot there's wrestlers within WWE that have donated money. Jim Cornette donated money. People around the wrestling community donated money, right? Dave Meltzer decides to talk about this. Now, one of the other things that Dutch Mantel is known as, he is a harsh critic of AEW's product. He is, but he's earned the right to be a harsh critic of any wrestling product. If Dutch Mantel listens to this show and reaches out to either one of us and says, "Hey, your show could be better if you did this, that, and the third," we're gonna take it as, "Yes, sir. All right. No, thank you, thank you, Mr. Mantel. Thank you. We appreciate that. We at least you're listening and you're giving us feedback. We are going with it." Dave's punk ass, and this pissed me off. This really pissed me the fuck off. Dave, when he talked about this in the Wrestling Observer, decided to say that Dutch Mantel, who is a harsh critic of AEW, the company, and Tony Khan, hey man, nobody needed to know that. Nobody fucking needed to know that. You fucking troll. Do y'all, if y'all ever want to know why he, just that little bit. Like He mentioned that Chris Jericho gave money. He mentioned that Tony Khan gave money. He didn't even mention that Jim Cornette gave money. Jim Cornette and his wife Stacy both donated to Dutch Mantel. But Dave, in his little petty assness, didn't even bother to say anything about that. And then while he writes this up, he has to get this little dig in that, Dutch Mantel's been a critic of AEW. I'm going to say this for Dave. I'm going to say this for AEW fans. And if Tony Khan is listening, I'm going to say this to you. If you do not want us to critique your shit, shut your goddamn doors. Shut them down. Shut them the fuck down. Okay? Shut them down. If you can't handle corrective criticism, we're not even talking about I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. We're not even talking about some Kendrick Lamar euphoria shit. We're simply telling you your wrestling could be better, your company could be better if you ran it better. And that's all Dutch Mantel does. The man's been in fucking wrestling for fucking 60 years, for fuck's sake. All right, come on. And nope, it doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean a motherfucking thing. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it. But I O'Shea Jackson Jr. told, yeah, he said this. O'Shea Jackson Jr. tried to say this to y'all, and AEW fans lost their fucking shit. If you're so goddamn sensitive in protecting your little favorite company, then stop watching wrestling. Do you understand? This is what old school wrestlers do. This is how young new wrestlers become those old legends. This is how it's done. Wrestling is a painful business. It is a 300 to 350 day a year fucking business. It injures your body. It takes away your from family and friends and things of that nature. But you do it to entertain people. But if the people who aren't entertained can't say that, then why in the fuck does anybody give a shit about your company? And Dave pulled this out of his ass when Dutch Mantel is sick. What the? Mm-hmm. Yep. It could be better. It. Yep. If you've ever noticed, Jim Cornette does not say, "Hey, I want to see Kenny Omega ran over by a bus. I hate him." What he says is this: Kenny Omega had the potential to be a good wrestler, but he chose that style that really got him hurt, right? And he told y'all this years ago. Flash forward to now. Where is Kenny Omega? Recovering from diverticulitis. Why is he recovering from diverticulitis? Because of the style of wrestling. And this isn't me saying it. This is fucking Kenny Omega that said that. Kenny Omega is the one that said, maybe I need to change my style of wrestling. something Jim Cornette has been saying about that man since he came on the scene. He doesn't like the business he did with the fucked up ankle only to wrestle in Japan. But for the most part, his biggest problems with Kenny Omega is the fuckery that he's done in the ring, wrestling the kid, wrestling the blow up doll, and his style. So Jim Cornette has never been like, man, I want to see Kenny Omega taking off the universe. He just says he just wants him out of wrestling because he won't learn. And guess what? Who looks right now? The guy that's been telling you for over 10 years your style is going to fuck you up, or the guy who did the style for 10 years and got fucked up. This is what coming to grips with it. No, he's going to have to learn how. Mm-hmm. This is a leg drop. Yep. That's it. It if Kenny Omega was to go to the WWE right now, he wouldn't last. He wouldn't last a year. He wouldn't. He would not last a year because the flippy flop shit is really great, but it doesn't last. The reason Brian Danielson's had the fucking career that he's had, that when he does death defying feats, it's for a purpose. And he doesn't do it night after night, match after fucking match. You know exactly, you're going to get a lot of technical shit. You're going to get some Frank Gotch level technical shit from a Brian Danielson match. You know this going in. Okay. So if you don't like that catch as catch can, real wrestling Dean Malenko type shit, a Brian Danielson match will bore you. Even in the WWE, he still kept that style. He shortened a lot of it. He shortened a whole lot of it, but he kept that fucking style. I mean, it wasn't like he had some flashy, I'm gonna pick you up in the air and do some spinneroonie type fucking finishing maneuver. No. What was his finishing fucking maneuver? A goddamn label lock, a crippler crossface. And he was able to last this goddamn long, even with doing them dumbass flying headbutts that everybody told him not to do. That, you know, can't listen. And when Dutch Mantel, when somebody of the stature of Dutch Mantel, or better yet, I'll just go ahead and open it up like this. If Tony Atlas criticizes AEW, y'all need to shut the fuck up and listen. Shut the fuck up and listen. Because Tony Atlas was doing it when some of y'all was the sweat on your father's biggity balls. Okay? Dead ass. If Tony Atlas, I really like that boy Swerve, but wish he stop flipping and flopping. Maybe he need to learn how to get a ground game. If Swerve Strickland heard that and took offense to it, fucking Swerve's an idiot. Okay? They've got they, I watched Busted Open today with Dave LaGreca and Billy Ray. And Billy Ray was saying this. With the wealth of knowledge, wrestling history that AEW has in that backstage, why the fuck are they still out there doing stupid shit? Why hasn't somebody snatched a knot in Darby Allin's little ass and said, all right, dog, we get it. You have to fire. Okay. But you got to change, bro. You got to do something. The, please, when you go on a television match on a fucking Wednesday night, boy, learn how to wrestle. Learn how to wrestle. Learn how to literally put together a good match that gets people interested in what the fuck you're doing. Stop this. I'm gonna jump through glass, or I'm gonna jump through, a pig's ass, or whatever the fuck. Stop this shit. Do you remember when he did that damn cannonball jump from the ring into the fucking crowd on MJF? He could have hurt him. He could have hurt JF, and he could have hurt everybody in the first two rows of that fucking thing. And everybody's like, well, that was the match of the night. Why? Because they jumped into the crowd? That's not. Mm, mm-hmm. Yes, this is the same dumbass that got like the fuck. This is the same dumbass that got into a fucking body bag filled with tacks and then had fucking Murder Hawk pick him up and throw him over the top rope onto the stage. For what? For what? What in the fuck is the point of that? And this is where a lot of people have so much shit to talk about with WWE. And mind you, WWE has its own problems. It does. Way too many scripts. And yeah, it is too slow. At least mhm, they're not trying to put on 25-minute classics. They're trying to get you, hey, this is a big buildup. So Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in a cage, yes, it's gonna take up a whole lot of motherfucking time. Yes, because it's built up that way. This is the third in a trilogy. Okay, so yes, it's built up that way. But for a regular Wednesday night, hey Darby, let's put you in a body bag and throw your stupid ass over the top rope. What did that accomplish? So then when you do get to the pay-per-views, what the fuck do you have? What else do you got? After you seen a man get in a body bag and get thrown over the top rope, what's next? Oh, I know. A cannonball from the ring to the motherfucking crowd. And that's the shit that people like Dutch Mantel are trying to tell you. It's not because they hate AEW. They're haters of AEW. They're trying. They obviously don't understand what wrestling's supposed to be. The wrestling is not two guys that really. Yeah, it's dangerous as shit. Obviously, y'all don't understand that shit. Y'all are sitting around going, well, they hate AEW. No. Wrestling is about the guys in the ring or the women in the ring taking care of each other. Do y'all really think that D'Lo Brown, when he did that sky high on Draws and Draws said he couldn't get up, y'all really think D'Lo Brown went back in the next week and said, "Oh, sky high, the next person"? No. The first rule of wrestling in the ring is to take care of your opponent. You're supposed to take care of your fucking opponent. You're not. There's not supposed to. Draws. What happened to Draws was the exception to the rule. You motherfuckers out there thinking it's the goddamn rule. Like y'all are doing way too goddamn. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Make sure. Mm-hmm. Yep. Lean back. Yeah. I'll give you another one. Anybody that's ever seen AJ Styles do a Styles Clash, one of the best, one of my favorite fucking finishing maneuvers in wrestling. AJ Styles will tell you it is about the person moving their head. Okay. If you keep your head down towards your chest during the Styles Clash, you will break your fucking neck. So what does AJ do? Every single time. Go back and watch it because people have kept their head down and fucked themselves up with the Styles Clash. So what does he do? When he does that step over, and finally get you in the position, and he gets ready to lean forward, before he does, if you notice, he always looks down. He always looks down to make sure your head is not tucked into your fucking chin. And if your head is tucked, he will not do the move. He'll find a way to make it look like you wrangled out of the Styles Clash, because he's trying to make sure your ass is safe. Same thing with the phenomenal forearm. He doesn't fly in forearm leaning. He leans. And when he leans, he realizes all of this is going to look like it's hitting you, but actually you're going in with the fucking move. So he hits you with it. You fall down. You're still safe. You're still safe. And he looks like, oh man, that's a devastating, phenomenal forearm. What Dutch Mantel is trying to tell the men and women over in AEW is, you can do this safely. You can do this safely, and you can make it look good. People like Dave Meltzer are worse for AEW than the critics. Like Jim Cornette, Dutch Mantel, Conan, any of the other old school wrestlers that have had a problem with AEW in the past, they care more about the wrestlers in the ring than fucking Dave Meltzer does. Dave Meltzer don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm trying to keep it a buck. Dave don't give a fuck about y'all. Dave Meltzer does not give a fuck about wrestlers. He doesn't. He gives a fuck about natural. Yeah, that's it. Because they're doing the style that he wants. They're doing the style that he likes. The problem with the style that he likes is that it is a style that is not sustainable. I mean, they talk about fucking Masawa and Kenta Kobashi and shit. Masawa died in the ring, y'all. Please understand that. Masawa died in the ring. Died. Massive fucking heart attack from years of taking that punishing ass style that Dave gets chubby over. Masawa died in the ring. Maybe we should, you know what? Maybe we should do that. Hey, Dave, Masawa died in the ring. We should make sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, he had neck surgeries and shit because he does a spear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He breaks his fucking leg. Why? I I'm so serious. Why? Can somebody explain to me why a 48, 49, 50 something year old Adam Copeland, husband and father of two daughters, had to get his ass on the top of a cage and jump? Why? What was the fucking point? Awesomeness, you talking to, I don't know, and you're probably talking about me because angry doesn't piss off anybody. I don't know who you are, so I don't really. But like seriously, who the fuck told Edge to get his monkey ass on a motherfucking the top of a cage and jump down? What? Why? There was no need for him to even be up there. The fuck was he? Why would you do that? That was, but again, everybody remembers it because it was so great. He jumped from the top of the cage. What the fuck does that got to do with the price of bologna in China? That shit wasn't great. That shit was mid. For a shit he missed, he broke his fucking leg. His leg, ladies and gentlemen. Wrestling legend, Hall of Famer, whatever you want to call him. He broke what? Wasn't no title involved? The TNT title. He broke his leg for a secondary title. I want you think about that. Imagine that motherfucker breaking his leg for the 24/7 title. I I really want somebody to put that in their head. Imagine breaking your motherfucking leg for the 24/7 title. Because AEW has so many fucking titles, the TNT title don't mean shit anyway. That's why Jack Perry still has it, and nobody really gives a fuck. Like it's he had a broke his. Could you imagine if he had a broke his leg for the Continental Breakfast title? I would have company. Dog, I would have swore off this company. If you told me, oh, it was for a title, okay, what title? The International House of Pancakes title, or the Crispy Chicken Continental title? Excuse me. He broke his leg for what title? The what title? We listen. We would have banned the letters AEW. We would have banned them. We would have banned them on this show. Y'all got Edge up there jumping off of motherfucking top of the cage for the Crispy Chicken Championship. Are you out of your fuck, bro? I would lost your goddamn mind. You have fallen and bumped every piece and every ounce of your motherfucking head. Are you fucking with me right now? He lost. He broke his fucking leg for the TNT title, and that's the shit that Dutch Mantel talks about. But here it is. Dutch Mantel is sick. Wrestling legend is having medical issues, and his friends within the community are like, "Hey, we heard Dutch is down. We know his wife is still sick, so she's trying to take care of him. But even though she's having medical complications and things of that nature, let's get together and donate money to help him out." And the first fucking thing Dave Meltzer can say is, I mean, the fact that he put that in there in the first place. Why do y'all keep listening to this dude? Like, I get it. The Wrestling Observer newsletter used to be the Bible of wrestling, but the fucking guy that owns it has lost his ever loving fucking mind. Like, I, I, I never, we never really had any respect for Dave Meltzer starting off. When we first started the show, I think one of the first few things was, it was like, fuck Dave Meltzer. And Angry looking at me was like, yeah, fuck Dave Meltzer. Like, oh yeah, fuck Dave Meltzer. So that was one of the bonding. Like, oh shit, we're bonding over the fact that fuck Dave Meltzer. But that is so, yeah, 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 fuck Meltzer. Yeah. And this just put him in some like Dave needs to take a long walk off a short fucking pier with that shit. You go after a man when he's sick because he criticized your favorite place to watch people flipping and flopping for 15 fucking minutes. Fuck Dave. Fuck Dave. Petty, low down. Literally. Please. Give us a story for fuck's sake. Moxley is trying to build up this match with Orange Cassidy, but it's Orange Cassidy. Like, you want me to think that the guy that's kept his hands in his pockets for 5 motherfucking years is a credible threat to Death Rider John Moxley and the the dark horses of the what? I mean, you expect me? I mean, goddamn, come on. What the fuck? He comes out in goddamn jean jeggings, puts on sunglasses, and what? I listen, Chaos. It's not that I hate Moxley. I don't. I don't hate Moxley at all, to be brutally honest with you. I am used to him now. That motherfucker no sells like Doomsday against Superman. Like dead ass. I'm sorry. Like just call it what it is, man. Just, do, Doomsday gives more facial expressions that he's hurt than John Moxley does. And Doomsday only shows up to punch motherfuckers in the face. That's all he does. He's there. He you ever be hungry for something, but you ain't got the money to get it, so you go home and eat whatever's there. That's John Moxley. That that food that's still in the that's food that's in the refrigerator that you know is there, but you were hungry for something else, but you couldn't afford it. That's John Moxley. He's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when you want a steak. Yeah, yeah, he's ramen noodles. He's ramen noodles. He is. I don't hate him. It's just every once in a while, I wouldn't mind having some Wagyu Kobe beef. I wouldn't mind. I would not mind. But when I can't afford Wagyu Kobe beef, I'll have ramen noodles. Like when I want to see, like, every once in a while I'll think about Chris Benoit. It'll be fuck him, but I'll think about some of the matches he had, and I'm like, I can't. I will never be able to watch a Chris Benoit match. Oh well, I guess I'll watch a John Moxley match. Like it's kind of like that, you know. Don't I hate it? It's, he's ramen noodles. He's ramen noodles. Comfort food. Exactly. See that occasionally. It's yeah, it's all right. Nobody, there's never been a motherfucker in the history of motherfuckers that has ever looked at their coworker and said, "Man, I'm about to go home where these goddamn ramen noodles out." That's never happened. Never. Nobody has ever watered their taste buds for fucking ramen noodles. Never. These ramen noodles, motherfucker. No, that's never happened. Never. Like, come on. If you get a coworker that walks up on you and says, "Man, listen, I can't wait to get to these favorite ramen noodles," you will call the cops on him. Literally, if a coworker walks up on you and says to you that they can't wait to get home to knock off these beef ramen noodles, that motherfucker's a serial killer, and you will call the police accordingly. You will look at him and go, "I'll be right back," and you will be 911. I have caught the ramen noodle killer. I know where this motherfucker is. He is working at my job. How do you know he's the ramen noodle killer? This motherfucker just walked up on me and said he can't wait to get home and knock off some beef flavored ramen noodles. We'll be right over. They will come over, get out right. Listen, Clarice Starling and the FBI is coming. I'm just telling you right the fuck now. Ain't no, if you get a coworker that even hints that ramen noodles is at the top of some shit they want to fucking eat, you will call the cops on them just on GP. They might have a mother body in their car. They might have a body in their car at the job. Like that. You come on now. You will leave. You like wait a minute. What did the fuck did you just say? Like, man, you you can't wait to eat them? Oh, dog, I'll be right back. You will tell give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. Don't move. You will tell your supervisor we need to lock this whole building down. The ramen noodle killer is in this motherfucker. How do you know? Just look like they're white women calling the police on black people. I, I, bruh, I'm telling you, Clarice Starling and the fucking FBI are coming. They're gonna tell y'all, don't nobody make any sudden moves. We've caught him. And I'm trying nobody. Act natural, please. You have to go. Listen, you will go to your motherfucking supervisor and tell them in a heartbeat. The FBI told us to act natural. But they think they've caught the ramen noodle killer. How do you know? It's the motherfucker down there said he can't wait to eat some goddamn ramen noodles. The fuck? That's the same way. That's the same way John Moxley is. Like, I don't hate John Moxley, but if anybody ever walked up to me and said John Moxley's their favorite wrestler, I'm calling behavioral health on them. I'm question. I'm questioning whether or not they ate paint chips. I'm dead. I'm so serious. If you listen, let somebody tell me with the history of shrimp flavored. Now you know for a fact that motherfucker's a serial killer. That dude, that dude takes off the hair of women's dead bodies and wears it in the car on the way home. So it blows in the wind. If you find a motherfucker that tells you, would, would you fuck me? Fuck me. Like, motherfucker, you get fucked up is what the fuck's gonna happen to you. That that dude is making a new dude suit out of real dudes. Listen, a cat that tells you he's excited about eating shrimp flavored ramen noodles has a suit made out of men. I'm not. I'm talking about real, honest to God men, and it's all multicolored because this motherfucker can't stop killing other men in different. Like, seriously, shrimp flavored ramen noodles? Oh no, get him the fuck off the street. That Listen, he gotta go. He gotta fucking go. There, it's one thing to say that you'll eat the motherfuckers. It's another thing to say that you're excited. If you're excited, bitch, I'm calling the FBI. You are a terrorist, sir. Sir, sir, where's the bomb? That's all I want to know. Where is it? Just why are your fingerprints burned off? Sir, that's don't listen, as soon as he tell me some shit like that, I'll be like, give me your phone. Give me your phone. Why? Because I'm pretty sure that's a detonator. Give me the goddamn phone. Give me the phone. But that just hand the phone over. Oh no, no. Oh no. You like shrimp flavored ramen noodles and you got a flip phone? Man, get your ass out of here. Oh, Osama been the fuck up out of here. You been gone is what the fuck you gonna be. Get the fuck. And that's how I feel about Moxley fans. Like, little kids can come up and tell me John Moxley's my favorite wrestler, and I go, okay, kid. Eventually, will you'll meet a girl, and that'll be fine, and all that'll be out of your system. But if a grown man comes up to me and tells me John Moxley is his favorite goddamn wrestler, I'm calling the cops on him because he's got a body on him, at least two. That motherfucker, he's got a pair of feet slippers. There are slippers made out of real human feet. I'm not bullshitting. Puts his own feet in another man's feet. I'm dead ass, man. Pete Hexer, meanwhile, he's a combat veteran, unlike you. Um, hey, I am a combat veteran, you simple son of a bitch. Afghanistan 2010. Exactly. I am a combat vet. Afghanistan 2010, 2011. Combat vet, motherfucker. It's like first minute black when a big ass plug in the man's. Yes, yes, yes. If you find yourself a straight up 100% John Moxley fan, that man has a pair of slippers. Hey, you'll love to you lost, get over it. What did you do? See, this is why we can't have nice things. There's always a dickhead troll fucking up us having a conversation about wrestling. The fuck are you talking about? Get your bitch ass up out of here. Come on now. Hey, Derek, where were you at in Afghanistan in 2010? We'll talk about it offline. But no, if you find somebody, I'm serious, Chaos. If you find somebody that comes up to you and says, man, you know, right now I'm really getting back into wrestling, man. And you go, man, that's great, man. Who are you really watching? I'm really watching that John Moxley, man. He's fantastic. Call the cops. Call the fucking cops. Call the call the motherfucking cops. That man has a goddamn pair of socks made out of men feet. I'm not book. Call the fucking cops. He got some footy socks made out of real foot. Run, run, run. The diabetes killer. He will take your feet. Run. I'm so serious. Like if any there's certain wrestlers that if you tell me that you're a favorite that is your favorite wrestler, I'm giving you fuck a bombastic side eye. I'm calling the FBI behavioral people on you. Like come on man. Tyson oh shit Tyson or Jake Paul. I, it better be, I, I I don't think Jake Paul has a fucking chance. I so want to live stream that, but it's on Friday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I consider Angry my brother. Okay, but for all of you that know, I actually have my brother is actually on TikTok. He is called the Saint. I am 4 years old. He loves me, and I love him with everything in me. If I was getting ready to fight somebody, and my brother, my blood brother, we are raised in the same house, same mama, same daddy. If he asked me that question, or I ask him that question, and he says no, I'm stopping the fight. Your brother thinks you gonna get fucked up. I need y'all to understand. So 58 don't mean shit to Mike Tyson. The man don't know how to do anything else but punch you in your fucking head. We probably should talk about this for the last 15 minutes since it's gonna happen. I said angry something from the movie Youngblood, right? From like 1970 something. It's a coming of age good story. Yes. No, no. This was actually from fucking the Youngblood. I'll even show you the movie. Hey, cry. He's a problem with that. Yeah. Oh yes, he was in there. Yeah. All right, cry harder. Here's the thing about Tyson getting knocked out in his last fight. You got to knock him out. That requires you to be in the ring with him. Like, put it this way. Put it this way. Them hands may belong to an old man, but them hands never forget. Mike, Mike Tyson is scary right the fuck now. And mind you, I'm 5 years younger than Mike Tyson. I'm not fucking with him. Mike Tyson is scary right the fuck now. Right now. That's a goddamn, that's a scary dude. I'm not, listen, them hands do it. Now, do I think Jake has an advantage with youth? Yes. Yes, I do. But Mike has proven time and time again that you cannot count that motherfucker out. Like, look at the people that beat him. Look at the people that actually beat Mike Tyson. They either had size over the top of him, speed, youth, or boxing ability. Okay. No brawler has ever beaten Mike Tyson because you can't out brawl Mike. Mike Mike was just built wrong. Mike was just not. He's built different. He is built. Mike Tyson is not built normally, and a youthful, a 20-year-old Mike Tyson was sending motherfuckers out to retirement. He would. I've never seen a motherfucker get knocked the fuck out from a rib shot until I saw Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson hit a dude in the left side in his ribs. He didn't hit him any place. It wasn't like it wasn't like it was a rib shot followed by an uppercut. It was a rib shot, and dude just folded. Just and the man came out and said, "That's the hardest I've ever been hit. I'm done. I don't want to rest. I don't want to box no more." Now, 20-year-old Mike Tyson was doing that. 58-year-old Mike, yes, he's mellowed, got a little weed. He's a happy. Yeah. Yes. The B suit, the yeah, Iron Mike adventures and shit. Yeah. Yeah. I we remember. Yes. Mike did not play with people. Michael Spinks is still somewhere talking about, I can't believe I lost. Motherfucker, you had no choice in the matter. You was fucked up the first time you hit the ground. And that second time was just, it was an exclamation point. You ever write a sentence and you really want somebody to you want to get somebody's attention, you put an exclamation point at the end of it? That was that fucking second knockdown of Michael Spinks. Again, Jake is taller, Jake is younger, and Jake is faster. Ain't nobody. I'm not even denying that. No, but Mike does not fuck around and forget. Mike, listen, Mike punched a dude in the plane for fucking with him and put him to sleep. He was on a plane. He had to turn around and hit this motherfucker. Mike put him to rest. They took the dude off the plane snoring. And Mike's like, he didn't. I was just trying to. I was just trying to rest. I was just trying to get on the plane. I just wanted to fly. That's all I was trying to do. And he just kept fucking with me. I kept telling him, leave me alone. Like, and I'm like, hey, if I saw Mike Tyson, I'm just, hey, Mike, good to see you, bro. I don't want no picture because you will not hit me in my rib cage. I need this. That motherfucker will. Listen, all y'all are talking about the fastness of them old Mike Tyson pay-per-views. You know how many motherfuckers lost money fucking around with that shit? They you was never getting you was never getting your money's worth when Mike Tyson was on paper. You was not getting none of your money's worth. Oh my God. You get I listen to it on the radio. You can turn the radio off. Mike was sending people home early. You wasn't getting no nacho. You better get your nachos ahead of time. Young Mike was sending people home early and pissed off. All the ballers and the people betting money, like, oh, I can't believe, like they knew Mike was gonna win. They was happy they got the money, but Mike would for the amount that them tickets was going for, it was 180. This is 1980 money. Okay. 185, $190 for a front row seat. Just to sit in your seat. If you just showed up at a Mike Tyson fight, right? You didn't see any of the prelims or none of that shit. You got there just in time for Mike to fight. You wasn't even your seat wasn't even warm. Mike was sending you the fuck home. Like you could validate your parking. That's how fast Mike was. He was sitting down, bing, bang, boom. He's on the ground. Mike's at the ring. You was getting up going, can you validate this, please? Because I ain't even been here 15 minutes. Mike was sending motherfuckers home. you, you, you ain't be in here that long. Well, shit. And then it was in like there was like Trump Casino or the MGM Grand or some shit. Then you just go gamble the money you just won because you ain't got nothing else to do. Like this motherfucker. I went and got dressed up, washed my ass. My girl looking fine. I ain't even getting no ass tonight because she wasn't even there for a good fight. She was there just to watch him. We sat down. He hit him. He went home. We got up and left. Mike was knocking people out so fast that you could have bought McDonald's fries to there and they would have still been hot by the time he left. So I'm just saying, I don't know if if that Mike Tyson and the thing about it is he can channel that bitch. Do not let the weed and the hot boxing. Yeah, please do not let that weed and that B-suit fool you. Mike can find that motherfucker. Mike knows exactly where that person is. That person that he was talking about when I get to the ring, I'm really nervous. I think he could probably hit me. He could probably kill me. He could probably beat the shit out of me, man. He could probably. I appreciate that cry harder. I do. It's like he could really punch me, and then by the time I get in the ring, I realize I can really hurt him. And Mike is that Mike is still in there. That Mike's still in there. Oh, that Mike is still in there. Mm-hmm. Mm, yeah. Mm-hmm. Imagine that man walks in tomorrow. Dead. Oh, oh my God. Jake out there with literally, and Jake is out there with a chicken hat. Jake, do not get your head knocked the fuck off. If Mike Tyson is afraid that you'll beat him up and he'll be weak, Mike will fuck you up. Jake Paul out there with, because I saw the weigh in. Yes, and I saw that weigh in. Mike came there for business. Yes, listen. I'm being dead serious when I say this. Oh, my sweet fucking Aunt Fanny. I am really hoping. Because I saw the weigh in. Mike came in ready for business. Jake Paul came in with a chicken hat. Hey, bro, that's not the time to do this. Just listen. I'm about to go in the ring with Jake Paul is going in the ring with a motherfucker that is not fucking around with Jake Paul. I'm not. And see, that's the thing. I don't know if Jake can stand one of them Mike Tyson punches. When you fight former football players and former basketball players, yeah, that's okay. That's one thing. But this is that motherfucker. Okay, he beat up Anderson Silva. Okay, Jake Paul had a fight with Anderson Silva and knocked him out. Okay, number one, Anderson Silva over the hill. Number two, Anderson Silva is MMA, and then Jake started to actually fought. You know, I think what did he last fight was with an actual boxer. Like, bruh, it's it's like it's like you've been reading Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat, and then Tyson. Wait a minute, wait. Tyson Fury hit Jake Paul. The fuck did he do to piss off all? Mike hit Tyson Fury? Oh no. Hey, hey, Gypsy King. Don't do that. Don't do that. The Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis have plowed that road, but you are not Lennox Lewis and you are not motherfucking Evander Holyfield. Don't do that. You gonna hit that man. That man gonna fuck you up. Like my Listen. Mm-hmm. Shit. No, this listen. The funniest thing I've seen in my entire adult listen, the funniest thing I've ever seen in my adult life, and I'm one of the funniest goddamn things I've ever seen, is when Mike Tyson fictionally punched Zach Galifianakis and knocked him the fuck out. All right, okay. This was fat, depressed Mike. All right, this was fat, depressed Mike, not the slim down. I'm happy. I've got money, Mike now, and a beautiful wife. Mike is come on now. Mike Tyson slapped Jake face tonight in the way and look. Oh my god! All right, we got to end this show. We have got to end this show. I got to go see this. I've got to go watch this. Thank you, Cry Harder. This is one of those moments that listen, we got to see this. I mean, listen, Jake. All I can say is this, and I'm actually convince the wife to watch this because Mike Tyson is fighting and she loves watching Mike punch people in the mouth. I got to see this. Listen, I can wait. I listen. I cannot wait for this motherfucking fight. But we got to end this show, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Superplex Party. My name is Thomas Bishop. I'm known as the villain. My tag team partner of talking wrestling shit is we've we've had fun. Hope you guys did too. We will see y'all next week with more wrestling talk. Now, stay tuned for conversations with T Nathan on Ghost Claw Productions Radio GCPR. Good night. 1, 2, 3. Match is over, kids. See y'all next week. I gotta go see this. I've gotta go.